안녕. So we are back with our Boys of Tomorrow by Together. As you all know, they just they're in the middle, right in smack in the beginning of their comeback for minisode 3 tomorrow, which I think it's like the follow-up to oh my gosh. I'm losing why am I forgetting the previous album? It's not Temptation. It's Free Fall. Yes. But anyways, they just did their comeback. They did the showcase. They dropped the music video for Deja Vu, which I love the song. Like the vocals in that song are so good. But now we're going to be taking a listen to minisode 3 tomorrow, like the full album except for Deja Vu because I already did a reaction to that. I'm excited because this is my first official comeback as a baby Moa. So I'm still trying to like get into like the whole lore, everything that's going on. But as you guys know, I love the whole Little Prince concept that's tied to this. I literally, like, as soon as I saw the previews for the light version, I like impulse bought the whole set because they all look so good as blondes, like blonde princess with their just like the whole fit. The styling was like mwah. But yeah, I'm excited because when I just from listening to like the little previews that they dropped for the track previews for the song for the album, I feel like every song is going to be like a bop and it's going to be a no skip album, which is very rare for me to have like no skips because even with like BTS who are my alts, there are some songs that like I can't listen to, or like because I get emotional, or I might skip because it's like I'm not feeling it at that moment. But I feel like for TXT it's gonna be like non-stop, non-skips, which is like there's only a few albums even from BTS that I have like I can listen to from start to finish without skipping anything. So anyways, we're just gonna get right to it. We're gonna start off with I'll See You Tomorrow. Let's go.
Someone like you 이 세상 단 하나
Subin.
서로를 길들였지 너와 나
And it sounds like Morse code.
도망치고 싶다
Is that
나에게
Hyun and Kai? Or no, Taehyun.
내일 또 만나 말해줘
Sorry if I like confuse the names. Like I'm getting used to the vocals. The snares. Echo. And like the beat coming in. And Yeonji's vocals. I'll see you there tomorrow. Tell me no more sorrow. I'll see you there tomorrow. Tell me no more sorrow. I'll see you there tomorrow. Tell me no more sorrow. I'll see you there tomorrow. I love how they key change. I'll see you there tomorrow. Oh my god, it's such a bop. And it's like spacey. The synthesizer. The vocals. That lower register. Is that Taehyung? This is Subin. Oh, Yeonjun. The vibrato. Hyun and Kai. I'll see you there tomorrow. Oh, and they slowed it down. And you could hear the vocals like robot style. Like the spaciness. Ah, Taehyun's vocals. I'll see you there tomorrow. I see you there tomorrow. I get you tomorrow. I see you there tomorrow. I get you tomorrow. I see you there tomorrow. I get you tomorrow. I see you there tomorrow. That song is so boppy. It's so boppy. But I like I couldn't really, I know like Bumkyu has that like a very low register, so I couldn't differentiate him from like the other members. I can tell Suvin's because he has a very distinctive way of speaking, and Yeonjun has a very distinctive vocal color. The same for Taehyung. But I like how they, in the chorus, they did the key change. Because for like the first couple ones were like, tell me no more sorrow, I see you there tomorrow. Tell me no more sorrow, I see you there tomorrow. But then like the second to last one, it says, tell me no more sorrow, I see you there tomorrow. Oh, that was like such a good key change. Just like change things up so it doesn't get like too repetitive. Even though it is repetitive, just that key change makes it like, gives a little like extra little twist. So that's a bop. That's a bop. It's gonna be definitely like playing in my playlist. I already like the whole album because I just know the whole album's gonna be perfect. And I like how the intro had that little like it sounded like a little bit like Morse code, which I feel is tying it to, like, I know they have like Morse code in their concept because I think Crown starts with do, 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 you know, like that little Morse code sound, which takes us to the next track, which is literally Morse code. Like, I don't know what the title track is, so if you guys have deciphered it, let me know so I can know what the title of the song is, but I'm gonna call it Morse code for now. 7 seconds, so I think it's just kind of like a segue. If anybody can decipher what this says, please leave it in the comments. But it also reminds me of the sound of a satellite. Like, you know, of like when you see like footage from NASA and then you see the satellites, they're sending out like these signals, like these codes. That's what it sounds like, which to me, it feels like it ties into the whole Little Prince concept, because in the beginning of the book, it talks about the scientist that had a satellite, and that's a satellite that found the planet B613, which is where the Little Prince lives, in like that planet / satellite thing. So I feel like it's all tied together, and obviously it's tied to their lore, like from the beginning when they debuted. The little Morse code is like there. Let me know if it's like also present in like previous comebacks, because I haven't been really like listened to all of the songs. Like, I like a couple of songs from all the albums, but I haven't fully listened to the whole, like a full album until the Name Chapter Free Fall was like my first full album listen through, but I didn't think I caught any like references to Morse code there. But anyways, we're gonna skip Deja Vu because I already reacted to the music video, and we're gonna go into Miracle. It's like a slow jam tempo. Oh my gosh, very like futuristic / 80s sounds with the keyboard. Yeonjun kicking it off. Taehyun, I think. That falsetto. The pause. Oh my gosh. Bumgyu and Yeonjun rapping? And Taehyun? The drums. Oh my gosh, it feels like this is like what, like this has to be played on tour, like the crowd singing, you know, one. Oh, it's gonna sound so good. I have goosebumps. With a live band? Those cheers! Oh my gosh, I'm crying. Why am I crying? I don't even know what the full song says, but I know it says like something about being together, walking the road together, I think, or something like that. But the song title is Miracle. Why am I crying? It's just, sometimes, you know, music moves you, even though it's like an upbeat song. Like the drums really carry the whole beat and just give you that like, kind of like an anthem feeling. And especially when they do the cheers, like 1, 2, 3. And it says like, I feel like, ah, wow. Like I can just imagine that in concert with all the Moa chanting along with them. It's like with your hands up in the air like in fists, you know, it's like very empowering. I'm dying to read the lyrics for this track, but I don't know, I like, it's giving me a very like hope, like a sense of hope. It's like starting off with the title Miracle. It's like something that was impossible became possible. It happened. But it's just like the whole production of the song, it just gives me this feeling of hope and like, just wait, we're gonna be together eventually, like tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, this is just my interpretations based off of what I understand and like the song production, but oh, it made me cry, it made me emotional. Moving on. And also, was it just me, or was that like Yeonjun that did a rap, and then like both Bumgyu and Taehyun were like rapping together, like over, like layering? Bruh, they sounded so good. But anyways, moving on to The Killa, I Belong to You. Let's see what they're gonna, is this gonna be a slower ballad? Because we have guitars. Oh! Some Latin flavor. Yeonjun. Super? Just the guitars, instrumentation. It's kind of like Afrobeat. Yeonjun.
내 영혼은 내 킬러 너의 것 영원히 yours 죄책감 따위 you don't need it 모든 잠깐 내 몫이니 넌 그저 날 가지면 돼 baby now now now
Oh my god.
Yes I belong to you 희열 속에 조금 멈춰 영혼을 내게 바쳐 난 serve it 나를 죽여 The killer 심장 영혼까지 다 내꺼 넌 나를 앓게 하는 fever 마침내 널 제거하기 빌어 Like champagne 너무 달콤한 너의 rain on me 내가 미쳐 널 위해 나를 give up 흔한 말 때 ghetto 대신 I belong
This chorus. Like the background vocals. Oh my gosh, that was like such a smooth vibe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but was that just Yeonjun and Subin? Cause like their voices sounded so they kept it kind of like in the middle register, but they sounded like so like silky and like so like soulful, especially like the little chorus. Oh my god, I can't like this. I think it's gonna be one thing when it starts, and then it just changes to a completely different rhythm. I forgot about this one for some reason, like in the clip. But even like snippets, it makes you think it's gonna be one thing, but it turns out to be a completely different thing. But oh my gosh, the vibes on this song, it is so vibey. My sweater is wet from my tears. I don't even know. But I love how they went from like this anthem song to a very like slowed down, very like Afrobeat style, like just like makes you move your body, like like just feel the music and like feel the music with your body. Like you can't listen to the song and not like start grooving to it, So good. Like their vocals, like the vocal control, like when they were singing and they're doing their like their vibratos. Oh my gosh, they're so good. Now let's go to quarter life. Let's see what's quarter life. What is waiting for me in my quarter life? That's cute. No, I think it's Subin. The guitar in the background and the drums carrying the beat. The guitar, the acoustic with the vocals. And the build up. Boom. Quarter life crisis, that's like 25 years old. And the way they like tug at your heartstrings and putting it to the acoustic. And the slow build up. Boom, 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 boom. The explosion. With the drums and the electric guitar. I love how they changed from electric to acoustic.
대체 내가 quarter life crisis 어디로 가야 하는 건지 모르겠지만 걷는 거지 장장은 좀 깜깜해져 헤매듯 헤쳐나가 quarter life crisis.
The production on this track is impeccable. They know. This is what I love about production, music production. And like the way they choose who's gonna interpret specific lines, because you know they have every member record, and then from there they pick this voice sounds better in this line and this voice sounds better in this line. Like the way that they, first of all, they build it up with the drums, doom 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 doom, doom and explodes. But the lead up to that being like, you have like the electric guitar, but then it transitions into acoustic guitar. And right when it goes acoustic and they start bringing in the drums and it starts building up, they use Yeonjun's vocals and Taehyun's vocals because they have that rasp, and it gives you that like that rawness, that neediness that it's like matches, and until like it explodes and it goes into them like the screaming, the quarter life crisis. Like this, the vocal selection with like comparing the raw vocals with like the acoustic, they knew what they were doing. Like they knew that like that was gonna make that tension, like make you feel like a little bit like emotional, like tugging at your emotions, and then it's gonna like with the build up with the drums and then just exploding into like them cheering. Like I don't know what your quarter life crisis is, bro. You're like, it's 25 years old, but you know, youth. Like in your 20s, you go through a lot of changes and transitioning from being a teenager to being like a young adult and being seen as like, especially when you hit 25, it's like you're not a young adult anymore. You're an adult, but you don't feel like an adult because you're not quite in your 30s, but you're not quite early 20s anymore. So you're not like young, you're not cool anymore. Now you have to be like, and especially around that time is when people start coming out of like college and they have to face the world. So yeah, you tend to have a bit of a quarter life crisis because you don't know where you fit in the world. But anyways, like technically this is where the song ends. I mean the album ends because that's the last track. The next track is Deja Vu Anemonia remix. Am I saying that right? Anemonia, whatever that is. I'm gonna have to Google. TXT making me Google and learn new words. But like yeah, if we're thinking that that's the end, like the end of the album, it starts with I'll see you there tomorrow, kind of like making a promise. Deja Vu and Miracle. It's like always like almost like the whole theme of the song of the album is like speaking to somebody, telling like somebody like, I promise you we're gonna be together, I'm gonna see you, like I'm looking for you. And Deja Vu, you know, I'm trying to remember you, I'm trying to find you. And Miracle is like it happened, you guys are together. The Killer, I don't know what that's about, where it fits in the storyline. I'm sure it will once I look at the lyrics. And then Quarter Life Crisis, it's like this album, this like Tomorrow, I feel like to me is like their transition from young like boys to like young adults ish, like because they're like a lot of them are starting to get into like closer to that, they're like their quarter life crisis, like closer to being 25, I think. I'm not sure like all their ages yet, so I'm you know, bear with me, but I know they're like in their early 20s. So it's like they're getting to that point where like they have to start, well, they already figured out their lives, they're singers, but like if they're trying to interact with their fans with Moa, like build a bridge, it's like, yes, we get it, this is what you're going through. And we're kind of going through it too, because even though they're musicians, there's still other parts of like their personal, interpersonal lives that they're figuring out, and they're trying to find, still learning who they are themselves, like in a personal level. But yeah, let's check out Deja Vu and then we remix. Just to see what the remix sounds compared to the original Deja Vu. Let's go. I love their use of the guitars, like the acoustic guitars. It gives you this feeling of like longing. So right off the start with the acoustic going to electric, it just like puts you in the mood of like longing and like a little bit angsty. And it goes back to guitar, like acoustic. And the like the percussion with that bass in the background. My name. Say it, say it, say it, say it louder. It's like not quite an acoustic version because they did strip it down a little, but it still has the electric guitar there, so it's not quite acoustic. But it really like just showcases their vocals and the feeling that they're trying to give. Vibrato. Clarity. Ah. Say my name. Much deja vu, much deja vu. Say it, say it, say it, say it louder. Ah, Taeyang. The his background vocals. Ah, his background vocals. Like it changes, just like taking out the extra instrumentation, because you know in the original song when it goes much deja vu, like it has like more instrumentation, so it gives it more of a grittier sound. But by stripping that out, it gives it more of a melancholic sound. Instead of gritty, it's more melancholic. So it does change like the feeling of the song. The message stays the same, but just the feeling is different from like angst and like raw, gritty to more like melancholy, because their vocals like are being contrasted just against like the drums and like the guitar. But yeah, that was No Skips minisode 3 by Tumoro우바이투게더. Minisode 3 tomorrow. No skip album. Start to finish, you gotta listen to this album. Put it in your playlists, interact with your playlists. Don't turn off the volume to your playlist. Make sure it's still like slightly volume. Interact with it every so often and change up the playlists. Don't loop the songs. I know that like you like some other tracks, you have a habit of like looping, but don't loop the songs, especially the title track. If you put in the playlist for like charting purposes, I know like we don't focus on chart, but we also always want to show support for like, you know, the title track. So if you put in a playlist, make sure that you like put 3 other songs before you play it again. Don't just loop it, because that doesn't help the charting for the song. It doesn't help, like especially like Spotify. But yeah, that was TXT's latest drop, minisode 3 tomorrow. I'm in love with it. Like the whole vibe, like the vocals, the instrumentation, the production. I know like the boys help with writing of the song, some of the tracks. I can't remember which member wrote in which track, but I know like Taehyung and Yeonjun and I think Subin had like a hand in doing some of the songwriting. But yeah, Moa, let me know what were your favorite tracks from this album, like which ones are, you know, your favorites, what part of the songs you loved the most, like which ones like tugged at your like emotions and your heartstrings. what is track 2's title? Like, what does that mean? Because that's just Morse code to me. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you can, and I'll see you next time. Oh, I know they're going to be on Studio Choom, so watch out for that dance reaction, because I love when they do choreography, because there's just amazing choreography wise, like dancers. Like, I love that this album showcases their vocals, but with Studio Choom, literally dance studio, we're gonna see their dancing, because you know, like, all the dance breaks are insane. But anyways, I'll see you next time, boa.